Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, back to the garage. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. We are actually getting a very late start tonight in the garage. Worked today, worked late, and then I had actually gotten some goose meat out that somebody had given me to make some jerky out of. And well, needless to say, we're getting a late start. So anyhow, we're just going to pick up where we left off yesterday. I did put the truck at top dead center so we can set our valve lash. What I planned on doing yesterday was just kind of checking valve lash rather than just going through fully setting it, because we will have to pull the rockers back out when we go to do a hot retorque of our head studs. But there's a little issue. So as you guys can see, hopefully, we have way more than the 26 or 25 thousandths the exhaust side is supposed to see. I mean, we probably have at least 100 thousandths there. So all of these rockers are going to have to be set before we can, start the truck. As you can see, both of the number one cylinder rockers are loose. So if we look at our device here, this is a Glacier Diesel Power ARP head stud install instructions. If you go all the way to the bottom of those on page 6, I believe it is, valve lash adjustment and verification. This is what we're going to have to do, and basically we're using this to tell us that when intake, both the intake rockers are loose, we can do intake 1, 2, and 4, and exhaust 1, 3, and 5. Then when we rotate the motor over 360 degrees, we can do intake 3, 5, and 6, and exhaust 2, 4, and 6. So that's where you know what part of the rotation you're at. Is either these two are going to be loose, or the two back here, number 6, will be loose. So to set our valve lash, so if we look here at our valve cover from Cummins, it actually says valve lash cold, intake 10 thousandths, exhaust 26 thousandths. So that is where you'd normally set them. Now on a deleted truck, a lot of guys kind of say that the exhaust should be 20, like a 5.9 truck. So your lash will be 10 and 20 thousandths. So that's how we're going to set ours. That's what I did on the race truck. That's what I've done previously on this, and with no ill effects. So we're going to set them at 10 and 20, which makes it nice and easy. Alright guys, so that's kind of the plan to get started, is to set valve lash. We're going to set what we can now, rotate the engine over 360, set the other half, and then we'll rotate it over twice more and just check each set. Then I want to get started on putting this whole intake setup in, get the fuel lines in, and then get our injector wiring harness and our upper rocker box or lower valve cover, whatever it's called. Get that all in and just start on the gingerbread stuff. Alternator, of course, needs to go back in. The belt. I'm not going to put the fan in because we're going to bring the truck up to operating temperature before we run it. We're going to bring it up to operating temperature and then pull the rockers back out, check our head stud torque, and then put everything back together. Then we'll be able to take the truck out for a drive. All right, I know, a lot of talking. Let's just get to work, get the late start as it is. Valves have been adjusted, everything's been checked, so we are good there. Like I said, we will be removing these to check our torque on our head studs after we warm the truck up. So now we'll move on to this grid heater plate. We'll put that in, put our fuel rail in, put our fuel lines in, and just try and get this side of the engine compartment, wrapped up, and then we'll move over to the other side and our injector harness and all that. So all the valves are adjusted. The fuel lines are all in. As you can see in the back here, we have a red fuel line. That's because on the number 6 cylinder, we used the line from our industrial engine. And the reason for that was because the nut was rounding off when we tried to take it off before. Actually, let me grab it. So as you can see here, here's our old number 6 line. The nut is rounded off. It's got all chewed up because I had to put a pipe wrench on it to get it off the rail, put the rail in the vise. It was a whole thing, but that's all taken care of. That's all installed. The grid heater plate's installed. The intake manifold's installed. The intercooler pipe's installed. Our engine oil dipstick tube is installed back on our intake manifold. So we're looking good there. Not near what I wanted to get done tonight. As you can see, I had some high hopes. Got oil, coolant, and an oil filter. But that'll have to be saved for the next video. So guys, that's going to be the night in the garage. Like I said, got a real late start. Had some other stuff going on, work, making jerky, all that kind of good shit. But I'm hoping on the next video we'll get the truck all assembled and running. And hopefully, with any luck, we'll be driving the truck, take it out for a test spin, make sure everything's perfect. But yeah, we're well on our way. I think I have everything we need. Like I said, oil, coolant, any gaskets we got left. I think I have everything. Which, saying that, is probably the death stroke, the nail in the coffin, if you will. I probably forgot something stupid and simple. Now that I said that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Get out in your garage, get the wrenching on your truck,